Le Bleu d'Issey pour Homme Eau de Toilette by Issey Miyake. I actually said it. That's a long name for a fragrance. Le Bleu d'Issey pour Homme Eau de Toilette by Issey Miyake. Yay, I did it. Pretty bottle, isn't it? To be honest, I actually bought this a long time ago just because of the bottle. I thought the bottle was really beautiful. Perfumer is Jacques Cavalier, very famous perfumer. He's done some amazing fragrances. I have a few that I really love. The reason I'm talking about this today is because last night I was looking through all my fragrances, and every once in a while I like to look through my fragrances to see if there's some fragrances that I haven't worn in a long time, because I like to try to rotate my fragrances as much as possible. It really bothers me knowing that I have fragrances that I haven't worn in like 6 months or longer. That really bothers me. I was like, what a waste. I buy fragrances to wear and enjoy, and when I know I have some in there that I haven't worn in a long time, I got to go through them and wear them. But I found this in the back last night, way in the back in the corner, collecting dust, and I was like, I want to wear you tonight. So I did. As a matter of fact, almost 2 years ago, I reviewed this, and I wanted to put this on and watch the review that I did almost 2 years ago to see if my mind has changed about this. So I was wearing this and smelling it and listening to myself 2 years ago what I thought about this fragrance, and my mind has definitely changed. So I'm going to review this again almost 2 years later. But before I tell you about my thoughts, tell me what fragrance you're wearing right now, or tell me what fragrance you're going to wear as your fragrance of the day or fragrance of the evening. I already picked mine out. As a matter of fact, it was really close to this last night, and I spotted it, and I was like, I want to wear this tomorrow. But don't be fooled about the name, because the name can be really misleading. Ford Mustang Performance. Don't laugh because this is from Ford and it has Mustang Performance on it. Don't laugh about that until you've tried it. As a matter of fact, the reason I got this is because about, God, a long time ago, I don't know how long ago it was a very long time ago, somebody posted or commented about this fragrance, and they were so excited to talk about this fragrance on that comment. They were like, y'all have got to listen to me. He was like, I almost didn't buy this because it had Ford on it, but I went ahead and did it. And he was like, I really love it. And he explained what it smelled like. And I was like, that sounds really interesting. He is the only one that I've ever saw besides me post anything about this. Nobody else is, I've never seen anybody else comment about this. I think people, when they see Ford, they automatically pass it off and say, this is going to suck. It's not any good. That's a big mistake. I never ever judge a fragrance by the bottle or what is on the bottle. Just like that old saying, don't judge a book by its cover. That is true, and it's true in this case too, as far as fragrances. I trusted him. He was so excited about this fragrance, and he loved it so much. And nobody else commented on his post about this. So I think people just sort of blew him off. I trusted him. I liked what he had to say, and I liked that he was so excited about it. So I went ahead and ordered it, and sure enough, he was right. He was like, this is so good, and he explained what it was, and it's exactly what he said it was. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to say any more about it. I'm going to be doing a review of this again in the next day or two, and I'll tell y'all all about this. But tell me what your fragrance of the day is now. But on to my review of this. Let me go ahead and give you the notes. The perfumer is Jacques Cavalier. Really, really, really good perfumer. Top notes: rosemary, lime, orange wood, mandarin orange. Heart notes: cypress, juniper berries, ginger, lavender, pink pepper. Base notes is atlas cedar, patchouli, oak moss, sandalwood, and amber. Now, I bought this because of the bottle. I thought it was so beautiful, and I seen my review last night of this 2 years ago, and I really loved this fragrance 2 years ago, but my mind has changed. Let me go ahead and tell you the things that I do get out of these notes that I just mentioned. I get rosemary. I get something that's not in the notes. I get sort of a menthol, camphor, pine tree smell. It's like a combination of that menthol, camphor, that Vicks mentholated rub type of stuff. I sort of get that. I get cypress and I get patchouli. Now, the patchouli can have a dirty patchouli, you can have a earthy patchouli, a sweet patchouli. This is a hippie patchouli. If anybody knows what hippie patchouli smells like, it's that patchouli oil that hippies back in the 70s used to wear. And actually, the new generation hippies actually still wear that same type of patchouli oil. Really strong. I get that also. But the differences, in my opinion, now and then, I think has a lot to do with um, how much my nose has developed over the years. I pick up on a lot more stuff now. I've become a lot more picky, in my opinion, about fragrances, about individual fragrances. I've become a lot more picky. It's a little bit harder to satisfy me as far as fragrances. I loved it 2 years ago. I do not love it now, and I'll tell you why. Um, One is because of the blending. I can I can pick out the rosemary, but I really had to dig to pick out the cypress and the patchouli and that menthol smell because the way they blended this, it doesn't develop. It's just like at the very initial opening, it's like a blob. It's like a big ball of fragrance, all blobbed together. And that's what you're going to get throughout the life of the fragrance. You can't, it's really hard for me to pick out individual notes. It's almost impossible. I had a hard time picking out what I did as far as the cypress and patchouli and stuff. I had to really think about it and dig to get that. The rosemary is the most dominant note in here. Another reason I do not like it is because it's the whole thing is very synthetic. Nothing in here smells natural to me. I love rosemary so much. I love the smell of rosemary. The rosemary in here sort of smells dry and synthetic, along with that cypress and everything else. Everything smells synthetic. Nothing smells natural. The whole fragrance is a big blob. It doesn't develop. It's just done very poorly as far as I'm concerned. But the uniqueness of this and the combination of all these notes and the concept behind this fragrance was very good. I loved how they thought this out as far as like what we're going to put in here. I love the bottle design, but when they actually started creating this fragrance, I think they did it really fast. It's like they didn't put any kind of love into this fragrance or any kind of care. They did it like, to me, it seems like they did it really fast and they used poor quality ingredients because everything smells so synthetic in this. And I think that's a shame because I think this fragrance, if they would have put love into it and used higher quality ingredients, this could have been an exceptional fragrance. This could be really, really a good fragrance. But I don't think they did that. I think they blended it very poorly. They used inferior notes and ingredients because everything is synthetic and everything was done so fast, it seems like. And it's just like, what a shame. This could have been like a masterpiece if they would have done it right, but they didn't do it right. So I'm going to have to give this a thumbs down, in my opinion. And that's a shame. But a lot of people seem to like this. So I'm actually going to put a link in the description. You can still get this for like, I think I seen it online at Fragrance Net for like 24 bucks. So you can still get it cheap. Try it. I mean, it's pretty inexpensive, and even though I do not like it anymore, you actually might love this because there's other people out there that really love this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to put the link in the description on where you can get this. But it's a thumbs down for me. It was a thumbs up a long time ago, but I just don't like it anymore. But anyway, I love you guys, and stay tuned for Ford Mustang Performance Eau de Toilette soon. All right, love you guys. Bye.